Alright guys. Got some food for you. Woo. Got some food for you over here. Some food for you over here. Come on. Some dates for you. Some dates for you, my dear chicken. Come on, some dates for you. Some dates for you. Yeah. Any eggs over here? Oh, got some eggs over here. Come on, eggs. Yo, quite a number of eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 eggs and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 eggs over here. Beautiful. And some ladies here, some ladies. Whoa, the place is so bushy. Feels like I'm walking in a wilderness. Whoa. You guys, I'm living the dream. I'm certainly living the dream. Come on. Woo. This is awesome. So a while back, I showed you guys what was happening on this farm. We have quite a number of local chickens. Well, not quite a number. A few local chickens, around 20 on the farm. And by the time we started taking over the farm and controlling the farm, these chickens were just moving everywhere. They were moving everywhere. You would find them everywhere. They just lay their eggs everywhere. They're free range, of course, so no one feeds them, but they lay their eggs everywhere. And so because of that, they would hatch chicks. They're actually quite good at hatching chicks. They would hatch chicks, but the interesting thing is you'd barely see any babies on the farm, and that's because the mortality was so high. So despite the fact that many of them would hatch the chicks and they'd be moving around the chicks, because there's like dogs on the farm, there's wild animals probably around, small tiny foxes, squirrels and all those things, many of the babies wouldn't survive. They would get eaten, so the numbers wouldn't grow and that kind of stuff. Now the farm is quite big, but the chickens keep around the areas where people live. In around maybe a 10-acre radius of the farm. That's why they'll move around and feed and do all that kind of stuff. So because the chickens are literally impossible to control in such a place, you can never catch these chickens. These chickens became wild chickens. They sleep in trees. They would sleep in trees. I think I showed you guys a really weird place where the chickens would sleep, Honestly, I can't even describe it. It looked like a roof, the side of a building. Most of them would actually sleep in trees, in shrubs, and it wasn't safe for them. But the worst bit is that it was so hard to control them. So because of that, we decided, hey, how about, we get a safe place for them, fence the place, and then build a house for them where they can get to sleep. Well, we got onto that, guys. So a few weeks ago, we started to build this fence. Now, it doesn't look so high. You can see it's my level. Ideally, this fence is supposed to be 6 feet tall. It's certainly not 6 feet tall because I'm not 6 feet tall and I'm its level. A little of it goes below, but we probably didn't pull it high enough. This is probably 5 feet that's above the ground. But it's okay. The whole idea is not to keep the chickens out entirely because it's certain that the chickens can jump up to this level. They can get out. What we need to do is to make sure that they know that this is their home. So we want most of them to actually lay in this area. So we decided to fence off a place, quite a big place. The place we decided to fence off is between 2 and 3 acres. I honestly can't be certain because the shape is really weird and it's hard to estimate. But it's a really big place, and as you guys can see, we have quite a number of trees inside. We have ant hills. It's just a place with lots and lots and lots of grass. So we decided, okay, let's fence off this area. It's quite close to where we stay, quite easy to supervise. So the plan was to fence off the place, which we did. And then the other thing was to build a chicken house. Yep, we had to build a chicken house so that they get used to sleeping indoors and not just sleeping on the trees, sleeping, outside. We thought this would be a very good idea. I thought that's an awesome idea. Ta-da! This is the house, guys. It's a nice one, isn't it? Yeah. Built from very, very, very simple materials, isn't it? Really simple materials. As you guys can see, it's not so different from the previous chicken house that I've actually shown on this channel. The whole idea is the same. As you guys can see, we have iron sheets at the bottom of the house, then a little bit of iron sheets towards the top because the space was too much, and then we have a lot of space for air to come in and come out. You guys remember how important aeration is in poultry farming? Yep. Very, very important. So this is the house, guys. This is what the inside of the house looks like. Like I said again, it's not so different from the house that I built for my grandmother on the farm. And as you guys can see, it's quite a big house. It's certainly bigger than my previous house. The other one was probably 20 feet by 10 feet. This is way bigger. This is 14 meters in length and 4 meters in width. Really, really, really big. This can take up to around 250 birds if you're keeping the birds in here. But these are going to be roaming outside. You know, they're going to be free ranging in the whole area. So we can keep even more inside, probably 10 per square meter. So that's quite a large number of birds that we can actually keep inside here. If they're just going to move out, go eat their food, then they come inside here and sleep. Very, very nice idea. So the house has 2 compartments actually. There is this compartment which is 10 meters by 4 meters. Then there's another compartment which is on the other side, which is 4 meters by 4 meters. And the whole purpose of that is that the chickens will be sleeping this side. Hopefully they will be sleeping this side. And the purpose of the other side is that we want to use it for brooding the chickens. Now we want to let the chickens brood their own chickens, their own babies, yeah? So we're not going to be giving them any, you know, additional heating or anything like that. But we want to isolate the mothers that have hatched their chicks from these chickens that are over here. So that's why I separated the other side, because I don't want mothers to keep pecking other chicks. What happens is that we've had to separate our chicks, all the chicks that have been hatching, into another smaller room because we want the chicks to grow up well. The room is a little bit warmer, but I want to get the birds out of that room. So my experience from that room is that the mothers peck the chicks that are not their chicks. Yeah, they peck them. If they're not used to them from day one, they're going to peck them and they're going to die. So we decided, this is not a really, really nice thing. So we decided to be keeping them that side. So we're going to keep them that side. I'm going to divide it into smaller sections, with each section using chicken mesh, probably around 8 sections in there. Just probably 1 by 1 square meter. Each mother will be there with its baby until the babies are probably big enough to, you know, get out and they are warm enough. Then we can bring them to this side. Over the past 2 days, we've been collecting eggs from the chickens over here. By the way, you might wonder, why are the chickens locked up inside here if the whole idea is to keep them as free-range chickens? Guys, it's because these chickens have been sleeping in trees. They have been sleeping in trees, like I already told you, they have been wild chickens. Actually, it's even hard for me to get close to them. They will run away. They're just not used to people getting close to them. So for me to get them used to sleeping inside here, there's no, I'm just going to put them here one day and then open for them and they'll run out. No, I'm going to have to keep them here for a week or 2 so that they get used to the fact that this is their house. And then when they get used to the fact that this is their house, then I can open for them. I know they will move around, eat the grass. We shall be throwing for them all the food scraps that we have on the farm. The idea is to give them as little or no complementary feeding as possible. Currently, I'm giving them maize bran and dates. We have dates that were given to us freely because, you know, they were expired. So we give them to the chickens and the chickens actually do love to eat them. We give them the dates. They really, really enjoy the dates. So we are feeding the birds currently because we are keeping them in here, giving them the food. But after a week or so, we shall open the place. The chickens can move out, you know, they go eat their own food, then come back in here and sleep for the night. Over here, we've made a patch. It's a really simple patch that I made, you know, on my own, you know. Something really, really simple for the birds to sleep on. Told you guys that chickens never want to sleep down. These chickens were sleeping in bushes. By the guys, catching these chickens to bring them in here wasn't an easy job. I had to time them into the night and then I had to enter the bushes in the night to catch them, and it was scary because I was worried that what if the bushes have snakes or anything like that. Anyway, I successfully managed to catch 11 of them that are in here together with babies. We put some babies inside here, probably around 10 or so babies. So we probably have around 20 to 23 chickens inside here. We have other babies that are still isolated. They are still smaller, so I can't bring them in here. We shall bring them in here. And we also have other chickens that are outside this perimeter. They are either incubating eggs or they have babies that they have just hatched, and I don't want to bring them in here because, you know, they're still incubating. I want them to first get done with their incubation. Then after that, we can bring them inside this chicken house. And then you guys can see them over there. Geese, yeah, geese. There are currently 3. There were 4, but unfortunately we lost one. That will actually be my next video, telling you guys about these geese. But the whole idea is that one of them is a gander, then the other 2 are the female geese. And the purpose is to grow them to whichever population that they can get to. Hopefully we shall manage to do it because I've been told and I know that breeding geese is not the very easiest of things. So guys, the plan is to grow the population of the birds on the farm to 200 or 300 of the local chicken. I know that would take a really, really long time. But we're going to see what we can do. With this controlled environment, they could hatch out, you know, every 21 days, a mother will probably be hatching chickens. So if we can get, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30 chicks every month, that will be a good starting point. Second of all, we have an incubator. I have an incubator, a small incubator that carries just 24 eggs. So with the eggs that we are picking, like the eggs that I picked from the chicken house this morning, I just took them, placed them inside the incubator. So we have around 24 eggs currently that are incubating. 11 of those eggs are actually guinea fowl eggs. So I bought guinea fowl eggs, put them in the incubator, and they're incubating with the rest of the eggs. The guinea fowl eggs will take 28 days to hatch. The chicken eggs take 21 days to hatch. So while the guinea fowl eggs were at 7 days, I put in the chicken eggs. So hopefully they'll hatch at around the same time. Let's hope and pray so. You know, this is my first time trying to incubate any chickens or eggs. So I hope it all turns out well. The other thing, guys, as you can see, is that this place is really, really bushy. Super bushy, like there's too much grass, too much grown grass, and the chickens just won't love this. The geese won't love this. Moving and going through this grass is just not nice. So we're going to be slashing the grass. Actually, behind me, you guys might not be able to see them because they're quite far away in the background. We have someone preparing a tractor and they're just going to come and slash all this grass, you know, slash it down, make it as short as possible. That way, by the time we release the chickens in a few days' time, they'll be able to enjoy more, you know, to run around. The other thing, guys, is that over here I have some bathtubs, and behind there you can see that we've dug up something. We want to put a pool for the geese to be able to swim, and yeah, they enjoy themselves because geese love water. Water is their thing. So hopefully we shall succeed at this and the geese will be able to swim and just enjoy themselves. And in addition to that, guys, we want to keep rabbits on the farm. I don't know how feasible it will be, how possible it is to keep rabbits on a free range system, because the idea is that we want to spend little on them or no money at all on feeding them or anything. So we have dogs on the farm, and hopefully the dogs will encourage the rabbits to stay in here because they will know that this is their safe haven. You know, the dogs can't get in because of the fence. So hopefully if we keep the rabbits inside here, they won't run out, they won't dig and go out, because if they go out, they get caught by the dogs and get eaten. So we're just going to get rabbits in here. They'll be able to probably sleep inside the chicken house, and then they'll be moving around, eating all the grass. What do you guys think? Anyone who has kept rabbits before, do you think it will make sense keeping them on a free range system? Let me know. By the way, guys, we have a cow on the farm over there. I don't know if you can see it. It's inside the chicken place. We isolated it and placed it here because the bulls were over mounting it and it had gotten weak. It just wasn't enjoying itself. So it has a calf over here and it has been eating grass inside here. It's been isolated here for a day or two. So hopefully when it gets off heat, we should be in a few days time, maybe tomorrow or the other day, we shall get it out, take it back to where it belongs. So that was it, guys. I'm clearly having a really, really good time on the farm. Super good time. I'm so happy. I'm enjoying myself. And yeah, I'm going to be showing you guys more of this in the future. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. That way you never miss out on an upload. Lots of love. Bye-bye.